Hey, how's it going? And welcome back to another Hardcore Iron Man Progress video. And in the last episode, we just mined a bunch of clay and turned it into soft clay with Humidify so that we'll be all ready to make teleport tablets. The only issue now is that I want to get 57 construction to build a teak eagle lectern, and I know I could easily boost for it with like a saw or something, but I'd rather just get the level anyways because we have the GP and we're here anyways, plus it's easy total levels to get up. So as you can see, the method I'm using to make the planks is super easy. You just need 60 woodcutting and 75% Hosidius favor to get into the woodcutting guild, and then you just chop the oaks, run them to the sawmill guy, and then take them right over to the deposit box and go back to start chopping more. And we're basically starting with almost no oak planks in the bank, and I calculated it out, and we need like just over 3,000 planks to get to 57 construction. So it's going to take at least a few hours to get this done, but nothing too impossible. Also, we're starting with 2 mil, and each oak plank costs 250 GP to make. So if we're making 3,000, it's going to cost us 750k, which means our cash stack will be at 1.25 mil after we're done. So I'm going to wait till it gets like a little bit below 1.25 mil, and then I'm going to go check the bank just to double check that we have 3k. So I timed out my first hour of making these planks, and keep in mind I was doing it super inefficiently in AFK because I was busy doing stuff on my main, but this was about 1 hour, and I got a little bit under 30k woodcutting XP and around 800 oak planks. I've heard you can make up to 1100 oak planks per hour, but unfortunately I didn't neckbeard this hour. If you did want to do this as a money making method, we could take off the 200k or so that we spent at the sawmill, and it would come out to around 170k GP per hour, so not amazing by any means. So we finished spending our 750k here at the sawmill to make our 3k oak planks, but I think I'm going to spend a few more trips here just to be on the safe side to have a little bit over 3k oak planks, and yeah, we're just about ready to start training some construction. Also, we've got our second woodcutting level coming in now since we started chopping these oak logs, and that also puts us at 1550 total. So I really cannot believe that we're already halfway through the 1500s. And once we start training construction, ooh, that's going to be a lot of total levels. One more thing I forgot to mention before about using the woodcutting guild is that it gives an invisible +7 boost to woodcutting, so you can chop the logs like super fast here. But yeah, this probably took like 4 hours to do, and here are all the planks we have. Almost 1.5 mil worth of oak planks, but it's definitely going to be worth it. I was about to teleport to my house to start training construction and build what I need, but we're still on lunars, and that's the whole reason why we're making the tabs in the first place, so we can stay on lunars and still get around the world map. Okay, so now that we're back on the regular spellbook, we can teleport back home to my amazing, beautiful home that I've dedicated so much of my time and money into working on. Okay, but for real now, let's get building. And the first thing we need to do is build 2 bedrooms, because you need 2 bedrooms with beds if you want to be able to hire a servant. And I already brought all the materials that we need to make the beds, so we're all set now. We got the 2 beds built, so we are going to head over to Ardoin to the Servants Guild and hire a servant. And we also just got 31 construction. So the best servant starting at 30 construction is the cook, which is really the first servant you want to get. It's not worth getting a servant before then, and it would be more efficient to either bank after each inventory or just use files to unnote your banknotes, because the levels go by insanely fast up until then. I mean, the levels go by fast for a while, but the amount of planks you need is so low at the start, and in my opinion, it would be better to just hold out until 30 construction rather than waste the extra trip to Ardy. Alright, so here we are back in the house now. We got the cook wandering around. Let's switch this over to building mode, and we're going to start building some stuff. We're going to build a dining room because the oak dining table and bench are going to be good XP, and they use up a lot of planks. And also, when you build stuff in construction, you get XP based on the amount of planks. Like, 1 oak plank will always give 60 XP. So if you're building something that requires 3 oak planks, it'll give 180 XP, whereas something requiring 6 oak planks will give 360 XP. So it scales up evenly, so it's always better to make things that require the most amount of planks so you get the fastest XP possible. So like I was saying, construction is a super fast skill. We literally just built like 4 things, and here's another construction level coming in already. We got 32 construction now. And not even exaggerating, it's been about 1 minute now, and we've got 33 construction, which means we can now build oak larders. And these use 8 oak planks per build, and this is pretty much the best XP with oak planks we're going to be getting until 74, which is when we can build oak dungeon doors, which require 10 oak planks each. So we're going to be stuck in this kitchen here building larders for a while, and I have this certain way that I like to set up my camera to like save time from having to move the mouse. It's kind of weird to explain, but yeah, you just gotta make the screen resizable, and then you stretch it out a bit horizontally. And yeah, then you save a little bit of time from having to move the mouse around. If you take a look at how I have my mouse set up in the corner, all I really have to do is right click and left click, and then press 1 or 2 on the keyboard to make my selections. and then just click on the cook every once in a while whenever she comes back. Although I think I heard that they were going to be pulling some option to like save a click when you talk to your servant or something. I forgot what it was exactly, I haven't really looked that much into it yet, but that'll be interesting to see if the method of training construction changes. But yeah, again, these levels go by super fast, and we are already just now getting 40 construction, which means we can hire the second best servant in the game, which is the butler. The best servant in the game is the demon butler at level 50, but a lot of people just wait until they start doing dungeon doors because it's so expensive to use him, and the regular butler can bring planks fast enough, especially as a hardcore Iron Man. By the way, where funds are limited, I'd rather save the extra GP rather than get a few extra builds in per hour. And the difference in price is 5k every 8 trips for the regular butler, whereas the demon butler charges 10k every 8 trips, which really adds up over time. Something I remembered from training construction on my main a while back is that if you're going to hire a new servant, then you gotta fire the old one from your house. And I remember I messed this up on my main originally, and then when I went back to my house to fire the servant, I got distracted and just started building more stuff, and I forgot to fire him. And I ended up going to the servant skill like 3 times before I actually got it right. So I learned from my mistakes, and I did not mess that up this time. Here is 42 construction now, which means we can build those stash units for the medium clues now. So once we get back on the clue scroll grind, it'll be nice to clear up some of that bank space. Oh yeah, and also the butler is able to bring 20 items from the bank, so it's like being able to build 2.5 oak larders per trip. So there's really almost no downtime because his trip time is only 12 seconds, whereas the cook was 17 seconds and she brought less items. Apparently I accidentally took out an item from the larder and I can't drop it in building mode. Like, it's not possible to drop it or set it on the table or anything, and I can't even give it to the butler to bring back to the bank. So I have to turn off building mode, drop it, then turn building mode back on and go through the notification that my dropped items will disappear. Such a first world problem. My life is so terrible, right? In case you didn't know, construction is probably my least favorite skill in the game. Because, like, I'm pretty sure the skill itself was designed to be a money sink. Like, you just build and destroy all day long and don't get anything to show for it until you finally reach your goal level. And even then, all you get is the ability to spend even more money to build cool things, which is especially frustrating as a hardcore Iron Man, because Iron Man can't enter other people's houses or have other people enter theirs. Now here is 55 construction, which means that we can build stash units for hard clues, although I really don't like hard clues because it seems like every time I get one there's always a wilderness step and I have to drop it. But we are now on the final stretch to 57 construction, and here's 56, and just one more. Here we go, level 57 construction. And we're going to finish off this episode right here with 1577 total. Dude, the gains have been insane in this episode. But I do hope that you enjoyed the episode, and if you are enjoying the series, then please let me know by giving the video a like and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. It really does mean so much to me, so thank you all so much for the continued support. But I just want to thank you once again for watching today's video, and I will see you again tomorrow.